I love New York. I'm a New Yorker. I love comic books, and I love cons. So this combines all my loves. Thank you guys for being here tonight. My name is Josh Horowitz. You may know my face from MTV and Comedy Central. You may know my voice from my podcast, Happy, Sad, Confused. Check it out. Guys, this is the place to be tonight.
It's probably the hardest thing that I've ever worked on.
Even pretend to be cool about this. I cannot believe we're talking about The Dark Crystal. Guys, this is awesome. This film, if you've ever seen the film, and I'm sure all of you have, it is burned into your psyche. It is majestic in every way. The creature design, the music, the story, it is iconic, and it's back. It's back. It's taken a long time, but it is back with the new 10-episode prequel series, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. Again, something we've all been talking about forever. We've seen nothing from this, and this is a big moment. So let's give it up for the creative forces behind this exciting new series. Director Louis Leterrier and creator, executive producer Lisa Henson.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
This is a big moment. I'm sure for you guys too, because,
absolutely.
I mean, Lisa, I have to start with you. This is obviously something that's part of your DNA. This is a very important, sacred project. I believe, you know, Jim Henson, he considered it his kind of masterwork, one of the things he was most proud of.
It is a truly extraordinary film, and we've been wanting to make a sequel or some kind of spin-off to the movie for a really long time. So we've just wrapped. I mean, we don't have as much to show as other people because we literally wrapped a week ago. Right. But it has been the most exciting year of my professional career, you know, working on this show, because it's the dream come true to bring Dark Crystal to life with puppets and to do 10 hours of it. It's incredible.
Unbelievable. Louis, I'm going to guess that you share the affection for this source material. Talk to me about sort of what the task was, what the biggest adventure of this was for you. What did you want to bring to 10 more hours of this creative universe?
Well, I mean, I came to see Lisa as a fan. You know, I guess you should all do this. You should go see Lisa Henson and say, I actually would like to direct something of Jim Henson. It works. No, I did, and I said, "What are you doing with this?" And I said, "You know, we've tried to do sequels, we've tried to do a few things, but that was 7 years ago, and we've been developing this project for 7 years." And then we eventually found exciting partners in Netflix, and we realized that the canvas was so massive, and like Jim Henson was saying in the clip you just saw, it was his biggest, his hardest task, and his greatest achievement. It truly feels like this. It took us 1 year to film it. 1 year every day filming this project with puppets. So it's you know, work of love, a work of art, and we can't wait for a little while to share it with you.
Obviously, technology has changed in 1,000 different ways in filmmaking. Has that made it any easier to create something like this? How has that changed the process or the look or anything of The Dark Crystal?
I mean, listen, I love CGI, but we're not using CGI in this one. It's puppets, man, puppets. It's all puppets. We're enhancing here, there, things, racing rods, racing puppeteer. The thing that really changed, you can talk about this, Lisa, the thing that really changed is being able to race puppeteers. So that's the thing, like we can do more different type of puppeteering, more action-oriented puppeteering through the art of sort of like plates and stuff like that. So things that are pretty easy. But CGI, I was like, yeah, see you on the next one, not this one.
You can't replace that feel, that tangible feel, and it's what it's all about.
Yeah, people have asked, like, what is the newest, latest technology we're bringing to this? And I said, well, it's actually really old technology, green screen. We're removing puppeteers who are there physically moving the puppets from the outside. But Jim didn't have the ability to do that at the time of the movie. So even though it's a really old visual effects technique, it's an advance on the film. And we're so pleased that is still pure puppetry, because if you take the puppeteers out, they're still being moved by the puppeteers. And in many cases, we'll have a very simple scene, a character is doing what looks like a normal gesture, or make a short walk, and that's many puppeteers, to accomplish that. That was a similarity to how my father worked, which is there were a lot of puppeteers on these characters, and we experienced the same thing. We have no human cast to join us up here because we have no humans in the show, but we did have pretty much every puppeteer in England. I think everyone worked on our show. We had it was a massive endeavor.
This isn't a sequel. We know next to nothing about the storyline. What can you tease us about the story you're telling in this?
It's a prequel.
Right.
And in the original movie, I don't know how well people remember it, Jen and Kira stop at the Wall of Destiny, and they see the ruins of what was once a beautiful Gelfling culture. And we took that as our jumping off point for the whole series, to say what was that culture, and what was lost, what was that beautiful Gelfling civilization, and it's very developed. We have a big canvas with many different groups of Gelfling living in all different kinds of geography, and it's rich. It's extremely rich. We took as our inspiration shows like Last Airbender, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, like things that have a lot of depth and a lot of detail built into the world building.
I would assume that the hope for something like this is you satisfy old geezers like me that have seen the original, but like you're bringing in a whole new audience as well. You feel like this is going to honor sort of what expectations have built over decades for people like me, but it serves both audiences. That's the goal for something like this, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, that's what we told Lisa and I. We were like, okay, we need to serve the fans. We are the fans. And
we serve you.
And we serve you. But also we need to create new fans. Fans that, like you were talking about CG, they have, kids these days, they haven't seen puppets. They haven't seen puppets that look like this. They've seen fuzzy puppets, but this is quite different, and it's sometimes quite scary, and there's a lot of action, there's a lot of drama, there's a few deaths. So that's a lot of that stuff. It's multi-generational, but definitely it brings in everything you know about the Dark Crystal and everything you've loved about shows and movies like Lord of the Rings, everything, and brings it to this world that was created by Jim Henson, Frank Oz, and Brian Froud. Brian Froud, Wendy Froud, and Toby Froud, little Toby from Labyrinth, all worked on our show, recreating the Skeksis and creating the new characters. So the design is exactly the same. The look is exactly the same. We shot in VistaVision. You're going to like it.
We're sold. Don't worry. I'm sold. You've just finished shooting. We don't even know when this is launching. You've got a lot of work to do. Is there perhaps anything that could be shown? Louis?
Wait, yeah, there's one thing, right?
Can we see something, maybe? A little something?
Do you have it?
It's not in my pocket, but hopefully someone back there has it.
All right.
Let's first thank these guys for being here. This is
all right, thank you very much.
And check out this clip
All right,
from The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.